go.
What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back.
I like that idea.
Excuse me.
What?
I'm trying to do an intro over here, and you guys.
Oh shoot! Are we live?
You're talking over me, and it's extremely disrespectful.
My bad.
That's what my teacher always said to me when I was talking over her.
Your teacher lied.
She's like, "I'm trying to teach." I was like, "I'm trying to learn, but talk to my friends."
We were doing.
I learned in a social setting where I can chat with my friends.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What the Fanboy. My name is Luke Zilke, and sitting next to me right here is Mr. Tyler Davis.
What up, what up? And to my left is the beautiful Brett Eitzen.
Thanks. It's good to have you back, Tyler.
Thanks.
I missed you last week.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, you've been gone a long time.
I have.
And it's been sad.
Luke and I had a, what on our ratings would rate as a dumpster fire of a show last week because it was just the two of us. Just kidding. Hey, maybe.
I think I would have much rather have been here.
We managed to blab ourselves to an hour-long show still.
We did make it to an hour somehow.
It's talking full on from our butts. But hey, we're here to serve you guys. That's what we're here to do. But Tyler, I'm gonna make you go first since you've been gone a while. So maybe you have more, or maybe you have less. We'll see. But what have you been doing? Why don't you tell us?
So I don't have a lot. I was gone for a funeral, so a lot of my time was spent doing that. The big thing, DC Universe had a soft launch Wednesday night last week, where they released
my gosh, guys, I haven't been recording on.
We're doing it live.
It is Monday.
We're not starting over though. Keep going.
No. So DC Universe had a soft launch Wednesday night last week, and I happened to see my phone had an update for the DC Universe app, and I was like, what the heck? So I opened it up and signed in, and then I immediately texted Luke. It's like, DC Universe is live! And Luke's like, I still don't have the app. Because I guess it wasn't out yet for Apple.
It wasn't available on Apple yet, yeah.
So I was kind of playing around with that, and I read some comics. I read Doom Patrol from 1987, which was Grant Morrison's run. I started watching Teen Titans from 2005, the original Teen Titans cartoon, which is fantastic.
It is.
I started to watch Birds of Prey, which was a live-action show that gets everything wrong about a lot of these characters. But there are moments in the show that make it, to me, interesting. I mean, I was talking to Luke about some of it earlier with Oracle. Just some of the ways they show her character in a different light that I think makes it powerful, I would say. Mm-hmm. It's pretty awesome. But the show overall is pretty bad. So I would probably say straight to streaming, which is what I'm doing. So it's kind of perfect.
We need to figure out another thing for things that are streamed, I think.
What's the equivalent? Dollar theater? I pay $1 to see that at a theater.
What about add it to the watch list and just let it sit there?
Watch listed. There you go.
Watch listed. I like it.
It's watch listed, and I'll eventually finish it. So yeah, I've just kind of been surfing around the DC Universe app. It's now officially live. Batman Day was Saturday, which is when they launched it. I've been checking out their DC Daily Talk Show, which is basically what we're doing right now, but with a much bigger budget and more important people.
I'm going to steal Kevin Smith's bit here. I don't want to get ridiculed for doing that, but I do think it's odd that we celebrate Batman's parents getting shot in an alley. That's Batman Day.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. But it gave us Batman.
That's true.
So I guess it's not.
It's a lose-win situation.
Yeah. I also had some time to try out the Call of Duty Blackout Beta, which we will talk about a little later. Spoiler alert, I enjoyed it.
Yay.
So I'll talk about that more later. Other than that, I saw Predator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw Predator.
It's in the title.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll review that for us.
I did both of the things in the title.
I did one.
Good.
This show's all about you, Tyler.
Yeah. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
You do have your own segment.
I do. You guys had your own episode, though.
That's true.
Touche.
We had our own episode.
We did?
I think so.
What was our episode? That was back in the olden days.
It was.
Before the video.
I've had an episode with Chris, too.
I was on that episode still. I just left early.
Yeah.
Why did I leave?
You had something with your parents.
Nobody knows.
Maybe.
I haven't had an episode with just Brett yet.
One day.
Maybe. One day.
Day.
But yeah, that's about all I did. I was pretty busy.
Yeah.
I went back home last week with my family. Not the best circumstances, but it's always good to see everybody. And all my family from New York was there and from North Carolina, so that was great. So they got to miss the hurricane.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah, it is good.
Which one of you?
Should I go next?
You should go next.
Yeah. Go for it.
So probably the most predictable thing I've been doing is playing a lot of Forsaken.
Oh, for sure you're gonna be like, oh, he's definitely been playing solitaire all week.
I was thinking Minesweeper. But.
The post campaign grind to get to raid level is real and a little bit frustrating. Not frustrating enough because I've heard amazing things about the raid that makes me like want to stop playing. But it is frustrating enough that I feel like I need to bring it up. But I've been having a lot of fun. I've been getting the exotic drops. People say that they're too spread out. With how fast you level up, or in this case slow, like I think that actually makes the time in between the drops worth it. Does that make sense? Like if I was leveling up faster, I would want the drops faster.
You'd want them more frequently.
Yeah. But because it's slow, it's a slow grind, the drops feel good. Anyways, I'm still having a lot of fun with it, and I don't think I'll play the raid anytime soon just because I'm still at like 520, and the barrier to entry is like I think 540 or something like that. So, in any case, I also watched a few Netflix shows. Very different from what we normally talk about here. Paradise PD. And Big Mouth.
Is Big Mouth animated?
Yeah, they're both animated.
I'm not watching Big Mouth.
Yeah,
so
I've heard about Big Mouth.
I'm not watching that.
Big Mouth. So here's why I watch Big Mouth. I love John Mulaney. I think he is hilarious, and just the fact that he's like the main one of the main characters on that show, at least made me interested enough to watch it. It's hard to recommend just because it's very vulgar. Both of these shows are like R-rated Netflix shows, R-rated animated Netflix shows. Big Mouth I think is funnier than Paradise PD, but it also is like it's more vulgar. I think Paradise PD is probably the one I'd recommend over the two, just because it's got a little more story and it's kind of fun. It has fun moments and then it has its like, oh, did you really need to show that type of moments? Mm-hmm. But I'd say they're both like, maybe watch listed.
Our new
again. They're hard to recommend just based on content. If you're into like the more vulgar comedy, you'd probably enjoy both of them. But there were definitely aspects of Big Mouth that I found super relatable. And then I'm like, oh, but this is like this like twisted dark comedy aspect of it. So anyways, I'm hoping to watch some better shows this week.
Good.
Me too.
What?
I don't know. All right, I'll go. Are you done?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm really tired. This weekend I was at the Amazing Race, and I want to shout out my seniors.
Dude, you were on TV?
Yes, we were on TV.
Is that show actually still on?
I don't know.
I think it still airs.
Probably.
The only season I watched was when
Dirks?
The Dirks were on. Yeah. But we didn't win, which was unfortunate, but they fought real hard. I'm proud of you guys.
What class are you?
We were seniors.
Who won?
I don't want to talk about it.
Was it the juniors?
Yeah.
Yeah, go junior class.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna have to tweet at all of them now.
No, we got screwed over, but it's whatever. That's why I'm tired though, is because we camp after that, and I probably got like maybe 2 hours of sleep. But I had fun laying in my hammock all night, so that was cool. I finished my Harry Potter marathons. So I finished the book Deathly Hallows, and then I watched both of those movies. And oh my goodness, I cry when I watch Deathly Hallows Part 2 every time, man. When Harry goes in the Pensieve to see Snape's memories, man, that scene absolutely just murders my soul. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it. Also, I beat Spider-Man on PS4, and I just want to say that campaign is very, very fun, and I'm very happy they made that game. Also, something I should have talked about last week it's a small little detail that I like about the game is whenever there's like a cutscene or anything, you stay in the Spider-Man suit that you select.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's huge
really
addition.
cool.
It's really nice. Like, I don't remember what game it was, but it was somewhat recent. But every time there was a cutscene, I was always back in whatever you're
just like
supposed to
default?
wear. Yeah, the default costume. And then
Yeah.
it put me back in my normal...
Oh, no.
Oh, I think
No,
it was...
thank you.
I think it was Arkham Knight. I was playing that again.
Oh.
And I was wearing all these... Like, I was wearing the long Halloween bat suit. It's my favorite one to wear in that game. Mm-hmm. But then I'm always wearing the normal bat suit and all the cutscenes. I'm like, this is stupid. So that's just a really small thing that I think is really cool. And I saw the Predator.
Spider-Man's dope. I didn't get to talk about it, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'll talk more about it when I beat it.
Yeah.
Probably by next week.
Lot happens in that game. I'm working on 100%ing it.
So you can get the underwear suit?
So I can get the super special suit at the end. So I'm excited to do that. But that's everything I did as well. So I guess we will go in to the news, in which this kind of sucks, but Burt Reynolds died. He was 82. That kind of sucks. I haven't seen all of his movies. I brought it up to my dad, and he's like, have you seen Smokey and the Bandit? I was like,
it's in
no.
theaters right now.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Regal here?
Yeah.
Well, I should go see it.
Yeah.
My dad was like, oh, you need to see that. I was like, okay. But that's unfortunate. Quick question. Favorite Burt Reynolds movie, I guess, if you have one. The first one that came to my mind was The Longest Yard.
Mine too. Yeah, The Longest Yard.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I think both of them are really good, actually.
I haven't seen the original in probably 9 years.
Oh.
It's been a while.
Let's marathon both Longest Yard movies.
It's not much of a marathon. It's like 3 hours total, probably.
And it's the exact same thing. Just more cheeseburgers in the second one.
Yeah.
I'll go with Boogie Nights.
Very nice.
Awesome.
All right. So then the other thing I have is the popular movie category that the Oscars added.
Is dead.
Well, it's not dead.
It's gonna be dead.
It's gonna be dead.
It should be dead.
They postponed it for this year's Oscars,
Smart move.
which is very smart. That's a garbage category. I rated a dumpster fire already. Stupid idea, but get it out of here.
I agree. That makes me happy.
All right, that's everything I had.
All right. I will let Brett go next. I'll go last.
Oh.
Brett.
Okay.
Brett. Oh,
Brett.
Brett.
So,
Brett.
we got our first pictures of Walking Phoenix.
And a
as-
video.
Yes, and the video. I haven't seen the video.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Of Walking Phoenix as the Joker, and they're kind of creepy. I love
he's a
it.
creepy
looks
looking
good,
cat.
man.
I'm like, at first I was like no to this movie, and then when they talked about the budget and just kind of the creative vision, I was like, okay, at least they're not throwing like $100 million at it.
Yeah.
And then these photos came out, I'm like, yes, I am on board.
So, the video does have a clown in it. The set video does have a clown in it. The Joker is not in it though. There's a different clown.
Different clown, yeah. Is it the
also-
same one from one of the photos that he's
Yeah.
like he's touching the
in it.
nose?
Yeah. So the interesting thing I thought, and Luke has the video pulled up now.
I haven't seen the video, so I'm watching it.
He's pretty odd looking. He has really strange quirks and stuff, which I think is really cool. The interesting thing to me is when he walks, it looks like they gave him shoes that are too big, and so his feet kind of slap and stuff. And it's just it's you see how big his shoes are in that video? Like his feet look huge. And that's like
Huh.
one of those iconic comic things to me, like the way his feet always move, like slap when he walks.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Neat.
Sorry, you have more.
Just one
wanted to
more.
Elaborate.
Halo Reach turned 8 this last week.
Great Halo game.
Like the only one that hasn't been remastered. Come on, 343. And during on that day, I don't remember which day exactly it was. Marcus Leto, who was the creative director on it, had kind of like a Ask Me Anything on Twitter, and it had some very interesting things to talk about, like things that were cut. There was like a whole water mission with boats and.
That'd have been awesome.
Yeah, but he talked about his favorite Easter eggs and just kind of that process. So if you like Halo and you're interested, go check out his Twitter. Yeah, it's our prop this week because I didn't have anything else.
All right.
Actually,
Tyler, what's your news?
I did have one more thing real quick
Yes.
before Tyler goes. Did you see the? I got to talk about my girl, man. The Mary Poppins Returns trailer dropped today. Emily Blunt.
I saw that it came out. I haven't watched it yet. I
haven't
plan to
watched
watch
it
it tonight,
either.
though.
I don't think this movie looks good at all. I'll still see it though because I love Emily Blunt, but I don't. I'm also not a huge fan of the original Mary Poppins.
She's gonna crush it.
I think
kinda
that-
creepy.
It was.
It's kind of a weird movie.
I thought it was kind of creepy when I was a kid. The songs never really gravitated toward me,
Yeah.
but I mean, and I had to sing all the songs in choir, which when you do stuff at school, like with 2001: A Space Odyssey, it kind of ruins it. But that trailer came out today, and Emily Blunt is awesome. Tyler?
Does that make you feel great?
Yeah.
All right. So I have two things. One, a fairly credible source, and I don't know some of his other like some of the other stories he's broke or things behind the scenes that he has leaked or whatever. Had some details about the Supergirl movie. Did either of you see this?
Oh, I did not. Please share.
The reported villain for the Supergirl movie was his Brainiac. And
Wait, which Brainiac? Robot Brainiac or Green Alien Brainiac?
It doesn't
Do we know?
say. It doesn't say. It just says Brainiac will be the villain. Apparently, this source is pretty credible. I can't remember who it was or what other stories he's broke. If I think of it or if I see it again, I'll mention it later. But
Super Bro /
I'd much rather see
JingleJongle.com.
I'd much rather see Superman face off against Brainiac. But at least if this is true, at least we'll get Brainiac on the big screen, which I think would be awesome.
And Brainiac is a good superhero, or
Supergirl villain.
it's a good superhero villain because he's so strong and powerful. He can punch people. Yeah, good Supergirl villain because
They have a lot of history.
He steals Kandor, which is where her family was from.
Right. So it'll be.
Or is she from Argo City? I don't remember.
I don't know. Either way, happy with that. If that's the decision
Yeah.
they make, I'm okay with it. The other news, the news that I don't want to acknowledge, but it's there, is what in the world is going on with Henry Cavill? Sound off, you two. So wait. So a rumor broke that Henry Cavill was exiting the role of Superman in the DC Universe movies, and then they said it was over a scheduling conflict for a cameo role in Shazam.
Which
Is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But that's probably the one grain of truth in the entire story.
Is that there was probably a scheduling conflict with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So people think, or the story goes that because he's exiting Superman, he's able to do the Witcher TV show, which is his other news piece. He's cast as Geralt of Rivia, which you guys mentioned last week.
I'm glad you listened.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You were in the chat.
So I don't think it's true. I mean, his agent has come out and said the cape is still in the closet, and Warner Brothers has said they have a great relationship with him.
Did you see his Instagram video?
Yeah, which
It was super weird.
It's really odd. I don't know. I don't think he's done though.
No, I don't
personally.
think so either.
I do think there are some conflicts that they're not talking about. Definitely. There's obviously the scheduling conflict, but I mean, I think it's a lot to do with money. I think
Yep.
they're both playing their spade here. I think Henry was like, well, I'm not going to do it because you guys aren't going to extend my contract. Warner
He's
Brothers
worth a
is
lot
like,
of money now.
right, and I think Warner Brothers is kind of playing hardball on the money thing, especially with their new head of DC Films guy. He does not spend money. So, I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Here's my thought is Henry Cavill will never give up the role of Superman unless it's ripped from him.
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
That is so much publicity to get other people just to see your other movies. That's just one reason alone, I'd say. Also, he's a freaking nerd.
His dog's name is Cal.
When he got the call for Superman from Zack Snyder, he missed it because he was playing World of Warcraft. Like he will not give it up. He loves the character. He loves comics and all that nerd stuff.
He'll find a way to remain Superman.
It's just he's gonna have to lower the amount he wants, and Warner Brothers is gonna have to raise it a bit.
Yeah,
they'll meet in the middle. It'll be fine. Everybody just always flips out whenever something DC related happens, and it's super frustrating.
And it's the worst thing in the world, and the DC universe is dead, and same story every time.
I mean, DC isn't in good shape.
No,
but they're far from dead.
Is this you guys chastising me for sending out that tweet?
No, I thought that tweet was hilarious.
What tweet?
The tweet.
I responded to it with Superman
with the fanboy account. I asked about Superman.
Oh.
I responded with Superman screaming right after he broke Zod's neck.
And I was just crying. Ah! We fed the internet culture hype train. I'm sorry.
We did.
My bad.
That's on us.
I laughed.
It was fun though.
It will be fine. I think everything will be fine. It'll all work out. He's too popular as Superman, and he's too high profile of an actor for them just to drop him.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the back of this, so I'll get into that. The rumor was that they were eyeing Michael B. Jordan to play Superman.
Everyone's eyeing Michael B. Jordan for everything.
So when I saw that, I was like, all right, cool. Earth 2 Superman, whatever. They can do that. They can make that work. That's fine. Val Zod is a pretty great character. A lot of people really like him. Whatever. But my next thought was, if you guys don't want to pay Henry Cavill, do you think Michael B. Jordan's going to be cheaper? Like, no. Absolutely not. Like, that's stupid.
He's been in 2 Marvel movies already.
Right.
So...
yeah. Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
He's extremely recognizable.
Yeah.
He is. So they would have had to pay more for him.
He's more recognizable, I'd say, than Henry Cavill.
Absolutely. And he's got more hit movies.
Yeah.
Outside of superhero movies. Also, it's all but confirmed that Ben Affleck is out as Batman. A lot to do with his insurance now, because to have him on set with his 2 rehab stints, he is very expensive for a studio. So he has signed his ticket out, I think.
Ouch.
It's all but confirmed.
Yeah, we'll see. I'd like to see him stay around, but you're right.
You know who they should cast as Batman?
The legal options are just...
Emily Blunt?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan Batman?
Or Emily Blunt.
I was going to say, Emily Blunt, that's like your pick for everything.
I knew you were going to say that, though. I got you.
You set me up.
Sucker.
So, yeah, a lot of fun news in the DC front the last couple weeks. Yep. I had to get... As soon as I started talking about Henry Cavill, I was like, wait, there's so much more. So, anything else, guys, on the news front?
I don't think so. Emmys are tonight. I'm not watching them right now.
My wife is, but I should probably tell her to give us some updates. Insomniac Games is calling their Spider-Man game, and they said this a while back, the Iron Man, because it's launching the Marvel Games universe.
Oh, okay.
That's take that with a grain of salt. I mean, they did say it in an interview. I watched the interview today, but whether it actually comes to fruition or not is still to be seen. Man. I think we'll at least get a Spider-Man sequel.
Oh yeah,
at the very least. That would be worst case scenario. It's not a bad thing, but
I think the question is, who do you bring in to make other superhero games of that quality?
And that's what I'm thinking, like, because I don't think Insomniac can handle doing all of them. I don't think that would be smart. I think you got to have more than one studio.
Yeah. Who's doing the Avengers?
Square Enix.
Square Enix. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
That was announced 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But my question for you guys, since before we get into the meat of the podcast, what would you guys like to see be the next Marvel game besides a Spider-Man sequel? Like which character?
Fantastic Four.
Ooh.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool because you can implement some squad mechanics in there with those guys.
I don't know how it'd work. That was just the first thing that popped in my mind.
Those are the
No, I
characters
like it,
you would
though.
want to see,
Yeah.
right?
I like it though. I think it'd be fun to do a Guardians, another kind of team up. You know, you can jump around to totally different places
Yeah, in space.
in space.
That'd be cool.
It's probably more of a shooter kind of game, but
Yeah.
you know, you still have different abilities, and
I think it would work.
yeah,
I think you could choose which character you're going to take out for what mission, or which 2 or 3 characters you take with you. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I think that would work. The team mechanic in the Spider-Man game, you could do that.
Yeah.
You just add multiple layers, and it would work. I would say I would want Wolverine or Captain America.
forget about them.
Wolverine or Captain America, I think would be really fun. As long as the new Wolverine suit isn't in the game, because that one's terrible. But like, I think Captain America could be cool. There's suit options. I think his suit's super customizable. You can make it really fun. They could do shield skills. You know, like different kind of throws, different things your shield can do, different abilities, kind of like the Spider-Man game, and that's kind of what I'm using as a model. But yeah, I think Wolverine or Captain America would be really cool as the next game in the Insomniac Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I bet. I mean, I don't know how excited I would be for this, but I bet you could make a fun game with Black Widow too.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Like like a mix of Tomb Raider and Division mechanics, third-person shooter type espionage sneak around game. So I guess it's that. I don't know that game you guys talk about sometimes. That was so.
Tomb Raider?
No.
Battle Rifle, we have not reviewed Predator yet.
Coming up next.
That is next. I did not know that. That is next.
I assume so.
Okay.
We're
It's
almost
either
done with
next or
news,
second
right?
to next.
Yeah.
Or we could just do it now.
Let's
since
do it
we
now.
just hit
All
a
right.
dead space.
We're going to jump into our Predator review.
Thanks, Battle Rifle, keeping us on track.
Getting us on track. Thank you. So, spoiler free. Not that there's much to spoil, but
Listen, we're gonna keep it spoiler free as much as we can, but I'll probably spoil some things.
yeah.
Because I'll just this movie's trash.
Oh, leading off.
Should we
big
lead off with
guns.
our ratings first? Just so that they have an idea of where we're
Oh,
coming from.
I don't know. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's a flippin' mess. It has a terrible narrative and dumb characters who don't know what they're doing. Somehow they all made it into the army.
The loonies.
Yeah, I found it offensive at times also. I see a lot of people on the internet were talking about how much humor was in it, and there is a lot, and it's definitely not needed, but I found some of the jokes fine. They don't need to be there.
How's Keegan-Michael Keaton?
It's probably one of the worst characters.
Oh, man, that makes me so sad. I like him.
He has one of the worst arcs in the movie.
One of the lines is literally, he's the guy who makes jokes, and then they're not
He
even
starts
fluid.
making jokes.
He just looks at a character and he's like, hey, you know what that guy did to that person? Something sexual. F word. That's it. The direction is terrible. The writing is horrible. Everything that they add to the Predator universe is dumb, I guess. Like they try and do a lot of world building for this Predator universe, and I just thought all the additions were useless and stupid. A dumpster fire for me.
Tyler?
So
No, I take that back. I kind of hit only the back. I'm gonna say straight to streaming. I'm sorry, because there is some stuff in the beginning of this movie that I actually do like. Straight to streaming. Sorry, I got carried away in my mind there. I'm
so
sorry.
I'll preface with saying when I bought my ticket. I went into the movie thinking it's probably not going to be very good, but I'm going to see it because I think the Predator's a dope character. And like Luke mentioned, there is some interesting stuff at the beginning. I thought the setup for it wasn't bad. I didn't think it was horrible. I think the idea of bringing together the loonies, I was like, okay, like all these people, they're, they've either seen something crazy or they've done something stupid, or, and they all end up in this bus, and you kind of get like this Suicide Squad kind of feel. Like you guys they're not actually going to do a mission, but
they're going to like a military insane asylum is where
right,
they're going.
That's where they're headed. And the Predator shows up and it starts going haywire. That's, I guess, loosely a spoiler or whatever. It's in the trailer.
Interesting.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
So I thought there were characters that were unnecessary. The guy with Tourette's I thought was poorly written. I thought, like Luke mentioned, there's some offensive stuff that he does in the movie. Quite a bit of his role is offensive. I thought Keegan-Michael Key was just kind of there. I thought Nebraska, which is Trevante Rhodes, I believe is his name, right? I thought he was actually he acted really well. His character was kind of dumb, but there was interesting setup for him to do something interesting or something great, and they ended up doing exactly what you thought he was going to do. They didn't do anything out of the ordinary. So I was like, okay, great setup, poor execution, it fell apart. McKenna, he was the guy who plays McKenna, was the villain in Logan, or one of the villains in Logan. His character was kind of stupid, but he did what he could with what he had. I thought Olivia Munn was surprisingly good in this movie. So the acting's not horrible. I'll give the actors, except for the Tourette's guy, obviously, and then Theon. I don't know what was going on with him.
So Theon Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy is literally this is the thing, and it says a lot when I don't remember half the characters. Actually, I only know McKenna, Dr. Brackett, and Nebraska. I can't remember anybody else's name.
Yeah, super generic.
Out of the 7 people on the team.
Yeah.
So I can't even remember the kid's name, but boy. So yeah, there's the potential for interesting characters there that was not capitalized upon
through poor writing and
bad direction,
lackluster acting and
bad direction. Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, I'd say all the actors in this movie really did their best to make this movie better.
And they
tried.
Enough.
They're not that great,
yeah.
But the writing is so bad that I'd say it's not really their fault.
No, absolutely not. They did the best with what they could, what they had.
Yeah,
I thought. The action in the movie, there's some of it that's really, really good. Like Battle Rifle mentioned in the chat, the action scene in the lab. I thought the lab scene, it is so good to me. There's blood everywhere. It's violent.
You actually get to see the Predator just
go
ripping
full
through
beast
people
mode. It's good. It's a good Predator scene.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and that's when I got a little excited. I was like, all right.
I was
something here.
I was with you there at that point.
All right, we're getting somewhere, and then
some stuff happens,
and you're like, I have no idea where this movie's going from here. We started talking about climate change, and things start going weird, and it just takes this weird turn where I felt like the tone shifted entirely.
Well, sure, it's a Christmas movie, right?
No,
and
there's no.
It should have been probably.
There's no narrator.
Oh, it's a Halloween movie.
It is a Halloween movie. You're right.
It takes place on Halloween.
Shane Black broke his monotonous schedule of Christmas movies. But no, I think there's fun to be had with the Predator. I think there's some stupid decisions. I think there's some good decisions, as with most movies. For me, I gave it a Matthew McConaughey because it was all right. So a little bit better than Luke thought, but I definitely think there's fun to be had.
I'm so close to giving this thing a dumpster fire.
I'm closer. I'm on the bottom end of all right.
Yeah, but it's like this when the Predator breaks out of the Stargazer facility is when that was definitely the highlight of the movie. That scene was awesome. That's what you needed to make.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
right there. Those movies should be, and you might be like, they've already done that with the other Predator movies. I know. That's what it's supposed to be.
We
It's
go to
supposed
watch the Predator tear stuff up.
It's the Predator hunting people.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But in this one,
It's not that.
it's not at all, and it sucks. It's horrible.
And it's okay to break trend if you do it well.
Which is what I want to bring something up real quick, is what Predators did. It's the third movie. It stars Adrian Brody and Lawrence Fishburne is in it. It takes place on a different planet. That movie's awesome. I haven't seen it really in a while.
But we're going to watch it again.
We're going to
maybe
watch
we'll
it together.
talk about
And I'm probably going to watch the original Predator too, just so I can confirm this. But Predators might actually be my favorite one. I think it's objectively the best one because the first one, while it is really good, is very flawed also, but it also has all the nostalgia, and it's the original one, so people just usually like it the best. Predators is just legit. It's like all these people on this alien planet trying to survive. It's pretty much the same as Predator, except
But the
I can't spoil it.
So Battle Rifle makes a good point. The cons outweigh the pros when you found out the plot makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Agree. I couldn't agree with you more.
And like you talked about, I'm going to talk about some of the, I don't know.
The weird story choices or...
Yeah, but I guess I'll start with Olivia Munn. To me, she was the only one who, when she showed up to set, was, okay, I'm on a Predator movie. This is actually a serious movie.
Yeah, she did play a very serious role.
And I think she's the best one in this movie, which I didn't expect to go in with that.
Not at all.
I honestly expected the kid to be the best because I saw him in Room. I'm not saying he was terrible. I'm just saying he wasn't the best. But
yeah,
just dumb writing decisions for the kid to make his character really dumb. But so I mentioned that this movie I think is offensive, and it's for two things. Apparently Shane Black likes to make fun of Tourette's.
And over-sexualizing it.
Yeah, it's like, that's a really serious thing. And I know people do say some probably awful stuff with that, but that's not all it is, I'm guessing. And also, autism is not a superpower. The kid in this is autistic. He's on the spectrum, and he's a savant with math.
And language.
And one of the characters in this is like, the spectrum is the future. Like that's where we'll all expect to be someday. It's like not everybody is on that side of the spectrum. Like there's two sides to it. I'm sure we've all seen somebody with autism in our lives and how it can really affect somebody. It's not an easy thing. And I just thought that was very, very poorly handled, and I did not like that. So
yeah, it was weird. But yeah, I mean,
also like straight up minor spoiler. Well, whatever, just expect some minor spoilers. If you don't want to listen to any of this,
just skip ahead. Or silence us for a few minutes.
Whatever. But that little kid straight up murders people and doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like he shoots somebody through the chest. I know on accident, but he just walks away, and then he like threatens a bully. It's like, you just murdered like 20 people in that house because you just blew it up. Oh my gosh.
So something that comes, or I guess derives from that scene a little bit, is later in the movie, someone gets their hands on the Predator helmet, and I thought this kind of discredited the Predator as a predator. But they're asking, how does big game hunter? How does the helmet, sports hunter, I think is what they called it. Yeah. How does the helmet work? And they're like, oh, you don't do anything. Once it's attacked, it just attacks for you. And I was like, well, that kind of takes away from how awesome the Predator is.
Yeah. Thankfully, though, also in this movie, when the Predator is breaking out, we actually do get to see him, how powerful he really is. which was also nice.
Yeah, I like.
But then that's ripped away also.
Yeah. Battle Rifle says the Predator could have just ripped out the spine and left of the kid. Yeah, that's another thing. In Battle Rifle, I would definitely call that one. I would say spoiler alert for sure on that one. And Luke and I kind of talked about this. Sterling K. Brown's character dies, and you find out like 10 minutes later that it happened.
I did not know he died. The movie ended, and I was like, where'd that guy go? The bad guy.
So I did see him die in the movie, and it's really strange because he has the Predator shoulder gun, which I found. I was like, wait, how did he get that? Like,
also he doesn't have the mask.
Yeah, like where was this the whole time? And he has it, and there's a quick shot. I think it's maybe 2 seconds where it shows him he's by a tree, and the Predator gun turns and shoots himself. Like it shoots him in the head, and that's how he dies. And you're like, wait, what? And then they just speed past it like it never happened. And I was like, this is really dumb.
Yes.
Like really, really dumb. But yeah, all right for me. I took my brother and sister and my brother's best friend, and they had a lot of fun watching it, and that kind of helped me because I could see the joy on their faces watching the Predator rip through people. So I was like, okay, good.
This was on the day that I only had 2 hours of sleep, but I was still able to contextualize what they were trying to do, and I knew that it was a heap of garbage that they were putting out. There were 2 things that I found incredibly stupid in this movie. I don't know if I should say one of them yet or not.
What?
The end. And then also, so at the very beginning of this movie, what's-his-face, Sniper Army Man, decides to steal all this stuff from the crash site of the initial Predator encounter. That starts this movie, and he steals a gauntlet, the mask, and this little ball, which is apparently how they turn invisible.
Oh.
And he
knows how to use it?
He knows how to use it. He goes to this town in Mexico, and he ships it all to his house, and
he doesn't ship it to his house.
Oh, he ships it
to a P.O. box that he's behind on payments on, so they take it to his house.
Yeah. And
because I at first thought that was really stupid, and then I was like, well, I guess they did have the P.O. box line. So they saved the plot hole there.
So, and he keeps the ball and he swallows it. And he poops it out later. It's like, just...
Gotta have a poop joke.
Just use the little silver ball to turn invisible.
And whatever
it turns the Predator suit invisible. Just put it on and turn invisible and get on a plane. Nobody would see you. Get on a boat. Nobody would see you. Literally walk across the border. Oh my gosh. It's like just the dumbest little plot hole. That was the thing in the beginning that really made me mad, where I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to like this even as much as I thought. And then after the breakout scene, then
it just gets weird.
It just totally turned me off to the whole premise of the movie, honestly.
Well, you guys have not made me excited about going and spending my money to see it.
You should not spend your money on this movie unless it's less than $2 or $3.
Just wait till it's on a streaming service or it's out.
Go find it at Redbox and just make sure you return it that night.
I think there's fun to be had, though.
Yeah.
There are moments of fun, and there's some action that's pretty cool. Overall, the story's not very good. It's really bad. And that kind of takes away from it. So,
also, not every movie needs a human villain when there's already bad guys.
Yeah.
It's just
making it a 3-way battle.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, worst line of the movie, though? Get to the choppas.
Dude, that was... Okay, so I laughed so hard when that happened. I was like, no way.
Gosh. I face-palmed right after that. So they're all running away from the Predator, and I think it's Nebraska is like, get to the choppas. And there's a fleet of motorcycles over there. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I thought it was Sterling K. Brown when he's like, get to the chopper. Like when they're about to leave to go.
Oh, maybe.
To go find him.
I don't remember.
Either way, Battle Rifle. I'm gonna start calling you BR here. This is on the poster, so I'm not gonna call this a crazy spoiler. But Also, the Mega Predator does kill the original Predator in like 5 seconds.
It's like,
And then slaps Olivia Munn around and won't kill her, even though she's attacking it the whole movie.
yeah. The major flaw of this movie, the Mega Predator is bulletproof,
Yeah.
except to the end
Yeah.
when it doesn't, when it can't
when
be
the plot
bulletproof.
demands it be killable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah. And the Mega Predator learns to talk to
Yeah.
us.
I never want to hear a Predator talk English again.
Yeah. So, Battle Rifle. I'm judging by your comments that you didn't like it that much, but I'm just curious, what, if you know how our rating system works, what you would give it.
Or if you
So-
don't, just
Or if
give
you
us
don't,
any rating.
Yeah, just give us your rating,
rating.
of it. So,
So speaking of BR things, there was a BR beta.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
This guy, ow. This guy's a machine.
Segway!
There was a Battle Royale beta over the weekend.
I'm leaning back, need to relax.
You gotta ask questions, though. Did you play it?
I did not play it, but I have Seabull's notes.
Oh,
we
good.
tried to get Seabull in.
On a phone call.
On a phone
We're
call.
working on call-ins.
Yes, hopefully
Kind of.
soon.
We gotta-
Our current technology did not allow it.
Yeah, it was killing our headphones.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was...
Tyler, why don't you lead off? I'll talk about Craig's points here in a little
Okay,
bit.
so the Blackout Beta was on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and I believe, was it on PC? Did Craig mention?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. This weekend, and I gotta say, I was impressed. I really was. I thought there's no way that Treyarch Call of Duty would work as smoothly as it does in multiplayer as it would in a battle royale. Like, I just didn't think there was no way they could get it to do it, and they did. It plays like Call of Duty. Like, it's not different. There's bullet drop. Like, there is that. I mean, it's definitely got its own set of laws, I guess, that the multiplayer doesn't necessarily abide by. When I say the multiplayer, the traditional multiplayer.
Sure. Yeah. Traditional.
There were some problems as well that they were addressing during the beta.
It looked like they were pretty day to day.
They were very responsive.
Responsive on.
Yeah, and I thought
concerns.
that was really good to see. One of the things is picking up items. It was just kind of a pain. You have to hold
Oh.
X or square
Yeah.
to pick up items.
That kind of seems to be the trend in a lot of
Yeah.
games, I felt like.
Yeah, is the holding
Is the hold
buttons. Yeah,
button
and
down.
in like PUBG, it's you just click it. You just
Yeah.
click X and you'll pick it up. But that's a small bone to pick. That's, in my opinion, that's something you can fix pretty easily. The beta was a little buggy. There was times where your cursor in the menus would stop working.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of frustrating because then you'd have to reboot the game. The invite system was all kind of jacked up.
It's a beta. What did you think about the armor system? Battle Rifle's asking about
Okay, so
how that works. Or
yeah,
if it's broken or not.
the armor system is... I don't know if I'd say it's broken, but I would say it's wildly inconsistent. So, like, I can't really tell the difference between having level 1, 2, or 3 armor.
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't know. I just don't know how much of a buff you get having armor, which is strange. So,
Siebel, one of his cons was that the armor was just too strong, especially level 3. I don't know what that means. Siebel, you know what that means.
yeah. So, it would give you a lot of extra hits. I thought it was cool that when you have armor on or you're shooting somebody with armor, you can hear it. You can hear that they have armor on. I think that's a cool perk. I think it makes the armor feel real. But you know what I
when
mean?
Siebel talks about level 3, do you level up outside of individual games?
No. So it's just like PUBG. There's
Okay.
level 1, level 2, level 3 armor.
Sure.
It's pretty standard stuff. I mean, Fortnite's the only one that doesn't really use that.
Yeah. Siebel, I'll go through Siebel's other comments. Pros taking maps from other Call of Duty.
Right. So the maps thing, I'll talk.
Yeah.
Just as you go down,
Yes.
I'll talk about them. So the
Do
maps
it.
thing, super cool. right? I think Nuketown Island is awesome. I couldn't find the board. Seabull, did you find the board that tells you how many players are in Nuketown? Because I never found it, but I did go to Nuketown. I played for like 2 hours total on Xbox, and I played for like an hour on PlayStation. So I didn't get a lot of time with it, but I did enjoy it quite a bit. Sorry, I'm reading Seabull's comment.
I'll manage those comments. You keep talking.
Yeah. So, I had asked a question. I didn't know if he just answered. But no, the map thing, super cool. I really think my favorite spot is the States, which is a state from Black Ops 2. And it's awesome. It's like carbon copy of the map.
Yeah.
And then you just gear up, get out of there, and go back. I didn't find a FAMAS. I heard the FAMAS from Black Ops 1 was in it. I heard the Galil was in it. I didn't find either of those. But the gun selection was a ton of fun, huh?
I loved the Galil.
Yeah. Rumor is it's in the Blackout game mode. So, holy cow, you played 13 hours.
13 hours. So maybe he found the...
Wow. Good for you, man. I wish I could have. I played for, like I said, about 2 hours on Xbox with my brother, and we got one win. And it was awesome. I killed 4 people. I killed 2 squads. It was great.
Some other things Siebel likes. The perk system.
Dope. The perk system is super cool. So perks are just, you can pick them up.
Okay.
And they're not, like, it's not when you pick it up, you get it for the rest of the match. Like, you have to use them and consume them to use them, and they have, like, a time counter and stuff. Okay. Super cool. I really like that. I think that is the main thing that sets it apart, other than it plays like Call of Duty and it's smooth.
Yeah.
But the perk system's really cool.
Vehicles.
The vehicles at first I wasn't sure about, but the helicopters are easy to fly.
That's good.
So that's nice. The cars drive like Halo.
I approve.
Yeah, it's left stick. It's just like Halo, and you use the right stick to move your camera, and it works for you. It's great. It's easy. It doesn't feel out of control. I really liked it.
Yeah, sometimes PUBG, I feel like vehicles feel out of control.
They just feel heavy.
Yeah.
On PUBG, I think.
Zombies.
Oh, I was just gonna ask about that.
Are there zombies in this?
There are zombies in the Battle Royale, and that is one of the coolest things. So, and Siebel, I'm sure, and it looks like Battle Rifle got to play. Yeah, the ray gun is in it as well. Yeah, thank you, Battle Rifle. So one of the coolest things about the zombie thing is zombies will spawn on the map randomly at times throughout the game, and a blue light will shine in the sky, and then
they're there.
Yeah, so you know where they are, and there's good loot near the zombies, so it makes it worth it to go. But at the same time, you have to shoot your gun, and people are going to find you. But the really cool thing about the zombies that I thought was interesting is when you are close to it, you can hear the original Zombies theme song playing when they spawn in, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Like, it lets you know they're there.
Can't you throw the monkey?
Yeah, the monkey.
So the zombies go attack somebody else or something?
They'll attack the monkey, yeah. If you throw it near somebody, they'll go over there.
That's awesome.
So I think that's really cool.
What about the wingsuit? That's
the wingsuit.
Rather than a parachute, right? You get a wingsuit.
You still get a parachute when you drop in.
Okay.
But the wingsuit's cool. I really like. I think what I like about the wingsuit thing is you just get to the ground fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it takes forever in PUBG, I think, to get to the ground compared to Fortnite and Blackout. So I think the wingsuit's cool, and you can use it throughout the game. So if you jump off of something high, you can wingsuit out and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat.
Siebel's also talking about in the zombies how it's kind of like a mini game where if you beat all the zombies, it looks like there's a mystery box with some good armor and guns. And that probably will evolve over time. It looks like on the last day they added a boss zombie that you had to beat. I wonder. So that's interesting in that it's probably better for all of the humans to cooperatively take on those guys, but then at the same time, I mean, at some point you gotta turn the gun.
Right, absolutely. And that's kind of my thought on the zombie thing is it's high risk, high reward, obviously. Mm-hmm. Do you want to shoot your gun and let everyone know where you are?
Yeah.
Are other people going to be running up behind you while you're fighting zombies? Like, it's just super, super high risk. And I didn't have a chance to go kill the zombies. I was never really close to it. I heard the song like twice, and I was like, man, there's only like 20 people alive. We can win this thing if I just stay put, stay safe, and let some of them guys die over there, and I'll finish them off later. But yeah, I think the zombies thing is really cool. I was super excited about that.
The last thing Siebel talked about in terms of pros was just the pace of the game. How it was still, like you kind of mentioned earlier. It felt Call of Duty. It's fast. There aren't there's no super slow mid game like in that other one. PUBG. My gosh.
It's really easy to get into a firefight.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. I mean, I was really surprised with the effectiveness of using the same time to kill, of using the same mechanics as their multiplayer in a battle royale sense. And I thought it was really cool that it worked. You know, like the healing is fast.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long to heal. Reviving a teammate doesn't take long. It really doesn't. And getting downed, and then if you get downed, it's not hard to get killed. Like they can kill you in like 3 shots.
Yeah.
Whereas in like PUBG and Fortnite, you got to do quite a bit more damage to finish them off.
Right.
So like Call of Duty it's always been a fast game, and they didn't shy away from that in their battle royale, and it works. And I think it's awesome.
Do you think? I don't know. It's hard to say. This is a $60 game, whereas Fortnite's free, PUBG's $30. You get more than just battle royale with.
You get the traditional multiplayer and zombies.
Right, and zombies, and it's a Call of Duty game. It's gonna sell.
It's gonna sell well.
It's gonna sell well anyways. But
will it be worth the $60?
For me, I'm not someone who really cares about the other traditional multiplayer experiences with Call of Duty. I like the slower gameplay, but I would love to play, battle royale with you guys. Blackout.
I was talking about this earlier too.
$60 just for that mode.
I don't think any battle royale is worth
$60. Yeah.
Hot take. I don't think any battle royale is worth $60. But Fortnite is free, right? But their other mode is $20.
Yeah.
That they stopped supporting.
Right.
And you still have to pay for it. So there's little quirks like that I think as a fan of Call of Duty, I have already spent $60.
Sure. You think all in all, at the end of the day,
I think Call of Duty is worth $60.
Call of Duty, the
year.
Package this year is still worth $60,
yes.
Even with no single player, with all the improvements to multiplayer modes they've brought on.
I have not played a campaign since Black Ops 2.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm happy that they're getting rid of that. They know what their money makers are, and they're going to take advantage of it.
Yep.
They spent their time on this battle royale, which works really well.
When does that come out?
October 12th.
October 12th. That's only
I think
3-4 weeks away.
that's the day Titans comes out too. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Friday. Yeah,
Okay.
It is October 12th. So
You playing Call of Duty or watching Titans? Well, it's only one episode of Titans because it's weekly.
yeah, both.
So both.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch Titans twice so I can nitpick the crap out of it. There was one other pro that I had, but I can't remember. And if I think of it, I'll blurt it out later.
Cool.
Well, yeah.
I
Sorry,
think
Dead
that-
Space. We're killing it.
I think that means we're at that time.
Real quick, I want to.
Oh,
Battle
yeah.
Rifle gave the Predator a D+.
Okay.
And said it may or may not be the worst in the franchise.
Yes, and when we were eating dinner, I told Tyler this is the worst movie with a Predator in it.
So,
And go watch Predators. Gosh dang it, it's great.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking about Siebel's comment, the grapple gun. Super dope. I was Spider-Maning it around. So, actually, really funny. I got stuck playing a solo. I got stuck in this part of the map, and I couldn't get out of it because I just was stuck. I don't know what happened. I was, crouching and trying to run, and my dude just wouldn't move. And I was like, man. And I'd picked up the grapple gun for the first time, a couple minutes later, and I was like, oh, man, I should try this out. So I, pull out the grapple gun. I'm like, there's something in reach. And I shoot a bus, and it pulls me out of the spot. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can keep going.
Nice.
I got second place that game.
Oh.
In a solo.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I was like, it's worth it. Thank you, Jesus.
That's awesome. Well, we got some questions, so you
we
know what
do.
that means. We just timed that perfectly?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I think we did.
For once, I was actually ready for it.
Twitter with Tyler.
Cool.
What do we got? What? I got it on my phone.
Okay. I
But-
thought you were going to pull it up on the computer.
Sure.
So I could just look over.
But real quick, Reginald, he's late to the Joker talk because he missed that earlier. I kind of cut him up on our feelings. He says, do you guys think they're going to make this Joker movie high art for Oscar buzz or an actual comic book movie Joker?
Why not both?
That's a good
Ooh.
question. Yeah, I think it's doable with both for the cast they have and the direction that it's under. I think it's gonna be high art.
Yeah, it's definitely going to lean towards that, but I think
It's
it can still feel like a comic book movie too.
absolutely. I think it's very doable.
Yeah, the character's way more I think the character is way more interesting than most comic book movies lend themselves in their primary characters in terms of like Batman's usually just a, he's not usually that deep of a character. So the fact that they're focusing on someone who's very broken as a character and not making it a big action movie, I think they have a good opportunity to make something that feels like a comic book movie be high art.
I think
It's a character piece comic book movie.
I think it's going to feel. I mean, I don't know if Scorsese was producing it still or not, or if that was just for hype. But I think it will have feel along the lines of something like how Goodfellas felt.
Yeah. I'd be down for that.
Just with like tone and violence and
There you go.
aesthetic.
It'd be nice if you had Twitter on your own phone.
I do.
I was at the first one.
I know. I was just looking below just to see. All right. So, first question.
First question.
Josh Taylor makes his return
JT.
to our questions. And I like this question this week.
Hi.
At JTizall12. Hashtag Twitter with Tyler, my man. It's a new week, and I thought I'd throw out a random question. Have any of you seen Snowpiercer, and what are your thoughts about that movie?
Oh my gosh.
If you haven't seen it, hashtag try new things is a must. I just want to get your philosophical views. I have not seen Snowpiercer. I'm out of the philosophical views question. I will watch it, though.
Snowpiercer is freaking great.
It's very good.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
very good.
Hyper violent comic book movie.
You had me at hyperviolent.
It's so good. Starring Chris Evans.
I don't know how to talk about the philosophical side of things without spoiling it, though.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Wait for me to watch it. But
I would just say... No, I'm not going to say anything. We will answer this question next week after Tyler has watched it.
oh, I hope I have time this week. I'm super busy. Like I'm going.
We
to
will
Kansas.
answer this question
I'm
sometime.
going to Kansas City Friday, so maybe I watch it Thursday night. I don't know. I'm working my schedule through this.
Listen, I'm just going to be totally honest. I just watched this because of the action. I don't even really remember any philosophical stuff in it. I just remember thinking it was a lot of fun.
So some dude.
And it's a comic book too, which was awesome. So
I will check it out and we
I'm-
will report back. JT, I'll probably text you after I watch it.
not huge into philosophy.
Some
Try new things, Luke. Try new things.
Some dude named Brett really loved your question, JT, and he says thanks, Josh.
The guy sounds like a douche.
Yeah, it's this guy. Blake By at real Blake By. Where are you going? Don't cry. Come back. We have another question. You can't leave yet. All
Okay,
right.
fine. I'm back.
Yay.
All right.
What's
At
Blake have to say?
real Blake By. With Henry Cavill supposedly leaving the DCU, who would be your likely favorite to take over as Superman in any upcoming DC film? Luke, you can't take mine. Nicolas Cage.
You suck. I for real was going to say that.
Yep. We both, so funny story, Luke and I both texted each other after the news broke and we were like, Nick Cage. It was like clockwork. It was awesome.
Or Emily Blunt.
Or Emily Blunt.
Or Emily.
I don't know.
For Superman, not Supergirl. Just to be clear.
Yes,
Emily
for
Blunt,
Superman.
Clark Kent. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Casting a Superman is so hard.
It's super difficult. But I will say, never mind. You guys answer first, and then I'll bring up a news piece I missed.
I have no idea. I don't know. Henry Cavill. That's
Yeah,
what I remember.
We would renegotiate with Henry.
Recast Henry Cavill in the
give
role.
him as much money as he needs.
Is that what
Here,
you're
how about
saying?
this? How about cast Henry Cavill in Superman and just scrap Man of Steel 2?
Just make a Superman movie?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm here for it. Brett, show your face to this thing.
Why'd you let it lock?
Cause
Oh, you two and your phones. Good grief.
okay. So
Wait.
all right.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Oh gosh,
I
no.
can't never remember how to pronounce his last name.
Absolutely not.
The poor man has to follow up another.
The dude from Solo?
Yeah. Please no. No.
It's a joke. Calm down.
I'd rather have
Ugh.
Jim Carrey play Superman than that guy.
Danny DeVito.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Drew Carey.
Sorry, we're not trying
Melissa
to make
McCarthy.
We're not trying to make a joke of your question, but I really don't know.
Yeah.
I really have no idea.
He's so perfect currently.
Henry Cavill's great for the role.
Yeah.
I don't know who else.
Tom Hanks.
I would pay to see that.
Matt
I would pay to
Bomer.
see that.
I don't know. Matt Bomer did the voice.
LeBron James. Anyone.
No.
Preferably Henry Cavill. Something I forgot to mention. After the Ben Affleck stuff and the Henry Cavill stuff was going on, John Hamm was like, dude, I'll play Batman.
Oh, that's right.
And Luke and I have been saying forever, John Hamm for Batman. So if that happens,
That'd be awesome.
you heard it here first.
What do we call him? Batham?
I think there might be some rights issues there because there is a Bat Ham, isn't there?
I don't know.
There's a Spider Ham. I don't know if there's a Bat Ham.
I guess there's Bat Mite.
There's Bat Cow.
What's our next question?
Bat Chimp.
Thanks, Blake. I'm sorry we couldn't give you a better answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler, Reginald thinks you should be Superman.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Show him those guns.
I don't have guns. I haven't been to the gym in a week. I was gone. I'll show you the guns next week. Thanks, Reginald. I would be an awful Superman though, because I have a mustache.
And
We'll
they can't
CGI it out.
CGI
That's fine.
we'll just give you the mullet and the beard as well, and it'll all work out.
We don't have any more questions, but
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going with the Superman thing. I don't think we could do me as Superman because I was told I'm a speedster last week.
You were. Hey, who? Did you agree with all of our superhero characteristics?
I thought there was a missed opportunity for Chris as Plastic Man,
Ooh.
but
What did we give Chris?
you guys gave him the really skinny guy who is like super
He's
strong.
like super strong.
Oh.
Super strength.
Gotcha. I can't even remember.
I would say I would make Brett the Prodigy.
I don't know what that means.
He's a Marvel character. His ability is he's able to mimic
Voices.
anything that people do.
Oh.
Like he's like a metronome.
Oh.
He's pretty cool.
He's like a
And-
metronome. He
Oh.
keeps a steady pace.
I was thinking
1, 2,
I was
3,
thinking Pokemon for a
1,
second.
2, 3.
No, he's able
1.
to mimic anything like knowledge, fighting styles, stuff like that. Pretty cool character. For Luke,
Here's a metronome.
I can't remember what I said. All right. All right. For Luke, I would say. What did I say last week? I can't.
You guys
remember.
were giving me like Fortnite dancing.
Oh, that's what I gave you. That's right.
And Brett gave
No,
me.
I gave you a like dancing combat guy, and then somebody took it to Fortnite dancing, and it just got weird, and it was
And
great.
then Brett gave me mind manipulation or something like that.
I would say matter manipulation.
So like Firestorm?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That'd be dope. Just because you're pretty creative, so you could do some pretty cool stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Okay, I
Love
have
you
some.
too.
I have some serious nominees for Superman,
Okay.
more or less.
Is
Hit me
Tom
with
Hardy
your-
on there?
Tom Hardy.
Oh! Oh my gosh!
Um,
What are the chances?
John Krasinski. Have you seen? I didn't talk
No.
about it this week. I watched the very first episode of
Jack Ryan.
and I liked it a lot. But
John
I'm gonna
Krasinski.
save till all my thoughts.
John Krasinski needs to
finished.
either be Green Lantern or Mr. Fantastic.
This one.
He would be a fantastic Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
See what I did there?
I did. I want him to be this guy right here. The Hal Jordan one.
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
You got more?
I'm just kind of scrolling through IMDb. Nah.
Jack Nicholson.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Here's Clarky.
Like anger management, Jack Nicholson. I really cannot think of anyone to play Superman that's not Henry Cavill. Is that sad? Does that make me?
Since there's good chances they could take it in different directions, who would you cast as Supergirl?
Fill up dead space while I think about this, please. Please.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, shooting webs.
Hey, we're gonna get copyright claimed here. Calm down.
I don't know. For Supergirl, I don't know. Ask me that next week when I've had time to think about it.
Okay,
Are you gonna look up fan casts to see?
I just did. Oh, before I look at it, I would probably just go Evan Rachel Wood.
Natalie Dormer.
Ooh.
Who would you pick out of those two, Brett?
Natalie Dormer.
Dude.
I mean, yeah.
If you go HBO acting, Evan Rachel Wood is way better on Westworld than she is in Game of Thrones.
But yes, they're two very different characters.
That doesn't matter.
Sure it does. And I mean, I think that their quality of acting is very close, and that
Ooh, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Sorry. I was reading the comments.
in any
this,
case,
this
sorry.
picture has Daisy Ridley.
No thanks.
No, thank you.
Nope.
Oh, there's Emily Blunt. She just
too-
came up.
She's too old.
She's too old.
yeah.
Blake Lively?
No,
No,
Too old.
too old. Well, I don't know. How old's Blake Lively?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, we will be talking about that when that comes out.
Oh yes.
I don't know if, since we've gone live, I've talked about my love for Miles Morales. Have we? Yeah. So I love Miles Morales.
Ooh, younger Pierce Brosnan for Superman.
Even so, I'm gonna fill the silence. Thank you, Reginald. So Miles Morales is my favorite Spider-Man. I like him more than Peter Parker. Unpopular opinion, but that is where I stand on that.
I think that's a fine opinion.
Thanks. All right,
Was that it? That was
getting
the end
pretty
of your
silent.
opinion?
That was the end of my opinion.
All right. Well, we should
I'll go into that more at a later date.
wrap it up then.
We should wrap it
Let
up.
these fine people get back to their evenings.
Yes, we had some dead space at the end. Sorry, guys.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on Twitter, and you should message us questions every Sunday or Monday,
every week.
or whenever you think of them.
I was pretty
And
bad
we'll
on
talk about it.
on the Twitterverse this week. I
That's okay.
got a new phone. and-
Man, I had to send the tweet this week.
yeah, well, I was,
That's when you know it's bad.
I was.
When Luke's in charge of social media.
Yeah, I was at. Yeah,
You're fine.
yeah. I felt
We're
bad.
just glad you're back.
I totally forgot about it, and then I saw it on Twitter when I was looking through my feed, and I was like, "Oh, someone saved my life! Thank you." So, thank you.
You can
I owe
find
you $1.
us individually.
I'll take it right now.
At the places above. I'm at Brightson. You can find that's everywhere. No one uses that name, so I've staked a claim all the places.
Copyrighted it. I am at Tyler_19_Davis on Twitter,
I'm at the boy wonder, THE_BOI_WND8.
and we are at What the Fanboy.
The fanboy.
Everywhere.
Thanks, guys. Have a good week.
Yeah, bye.
see you later.
Bye.
We should do spoilers. The very ending of Predator real quick, just so we can talk about.
It's already over.
Psych, we're back.
What? How did you do that?
What did you wanted to talk about something?
I wanted to just do
Let's just talk about the really stupid thing.
the
at
really
end of
big
Predator.
spoiler at
Okay.
the very end of Predator.
So massive spoilers for the end of Predator. If you don't,
Not massive spoilers,
Okay.
but
The very end of Predator has a really
So
stupid.
throughout the whole movie, they're teasing what was brought. The Predator was bringing something to us, to you, supposedly, because that's the conclusion they came to for some reason. So at the very end of the movie, they decide to open it. Are you okay with hearing this, Brett?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, and they open it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Adrian Brody from Predators is going to be in this, and it's going to be amazing.
I thought it was going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And then I was like, there's no way they do that. And I toothed like, oh, it's going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know what you did.
It go.
It's gone. No, keep talking. I'll fix it.
And then I thought it was going to be after those two. I thought it was going to be an alien.
That actually did cross my mind too, but then I was like, oh, heck no, definitely not.
I was like, that would be so fun.
They want to separate after that. Although the Alien vs. Predator movies are canon in this. The weapon from Alien vs. Predator is in that base. They show it. So
The spear?
aliens are in the Predator universe, but predators are not in the Alien universe. So it's confusing.
You're talking about the spear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
And so they open it up, and this little contraption pops out, and the scientist is like, oh, what's this? Goes up and touches it, and a Predator Iron Man suit forms around him with some 7-foot guns on it.
And like bright red
And it's all CGI, and it looks terrible.
And then,
and
it
then
like
it-
points the guns at everyone, and it's like...
Everybody's got the 3 dots on him. It comes off, and then they're all like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Blah, blah, blah. They're like, what is that? And Boyd Holbrook's like, that's my new suit.
Hope it comes in a 42 long.
Oh
and then
my
it cuts the
gosh.
credits.
One of the dumbest things I've ever seen in a movie. This was begging for a sequel. This thing is not...
It's not going to get
It's not... Okay, you know
Not
how
with
they...
Shane Black at the helm.
Not with Shane Black. He was... I thought he would have done something a lot better in this. He lost a lot of credit with me for this movie because it's terrible. And he helped write some stuff in the first one, and he's in it. He's the first one who dies. But, what was I gonna say? Dang it.
Yeah, stuff.
Oh, you know how they keep like doing reboots, but they keep cutting stuff out? They're doing it with Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
This one's next. The only thing that will be canon will be Predator 1, and then they're going to make Predator Rising. I don't know. And it's going to be the actual second one, and hopefully it will be good, and Arnold's actually going to come back.
That'd be dope.
And Danny Glover, and they're going to team up.
That'd be dope. So that is the end.
That is the real end.
Are we done now?
Yeah, we're
we
actually
are
done
officially
now.
done.
Okay.
Sorry.
I really had to say that because that was one of the worst things I've seen in a movie ever, definitely this year.
Well,
Did you guys hear my stomach?
we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye,
See ya.
everybody. Can they still hear us again like they could last
They
week?
can always hear us.
Yeah, they can hear us.
always hear us.
They can always. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure to subscribe. It's in the box
Hit that like
to the left, upper left.
Trailer reaction tomorrow.
Ooh,
Captain
yeah.
Marvel.
We're going to do trailer reaction.
Unless
for
you're watching
Captain
this on
Marvel.
Thursday, then it's not tomorrow.
Then it's
it's
already
already
up, and
out.
go see it.
Go watch it.
It's probably in one of the suggested boxes right there.
Like it, comment on it. Tell us what you thought.
Okay, bye.
Bye.